In this game, Warren plays black and Tasuki plays white. Let's see. Normal opening, all moves look correct. Then black descends. This is a good move, good to know. We don't have to play a push. It's also possible to descend. White didn't want to go into too risky fights with, I don't know, with such a move. This might be too much. So white just plays a simple knight's move, and I think it is all right for white. Then black spends a move to, well, probably to capture the two white stones, even though for sure there is some weakness left. The game continues. Then this move of Warren seems a bit slow. There might be more on the bottom side. Yeah, will white have time to play these moves if we start with the shoulder hit? So this was a bit too passive, I think, and then white plays on the side. Yes, good move. Black goes in, trying to use that jump, but white treats the stone lightly. It already served its purpose. Black answered, but we don't need to save that stone. So white goes like this, and then invades. If black protects the corner, then white is very good. The group becomes much stronger. Maybe it's good to play here. Maybe. Because if we don't, then black will be in time to play this very big exchange. I mean, very big move, which is a good exchange for black. So black decides to split white. And then the corner is in danger. It looks a bit chaotic. We might consider attaching now. Then perhaps pull back. Where will black play here? Maybe something like this or like that. This looks also good. We can still attach. If black plays here, we continue. Or play here first and then continue. If black plays that one, we also play this Hane and then maybe cut. Maybe this is a good option, or first push, then cut, or push again. If black protects, we get a lot on the outside. This cut is a different idea, for sure. I think that white is in a little trouble, but white can play from the outside. Yes. Here we see an interesting variation. Maybe black should cut here. What can happen if black cuts? White cannot really go for such a fight. Can white go for this fight? Also doesn't look too hopeful for white, though maybe better than the previous one. But luckily for black, the two stones will die. Maybe now black can play here, or this is a bad idea. Cut is an option. Maybe we can play the iron pillar, though white has a lot of liberties. But if we can run out, then it's good for black. Then if white connects, then it's very risky for white. White might die with the whole group in the corner. Maybe, something to consider. Black plays a squeeze, also an option. And then no tasuki. Not sure about no tasuki. Is it the best? Maybe better to play like this. White is left with 3 liberties. And in the game, white is left with also 3 liberties. Then probably this is better. The ko is basically unplayable for white. So instead of trying to go for such a ko, white sacrifices the group. Of course, Tasuki is very flexible of a player, so he knows that even though he loses 7 stones, he doesn't need to worry because he gets a lot on the outside. So is it a success for white after all? Maybe. Difficult to judge. After all, black also has a lot of points. Now white decided to just expand the moyo, but I am not sure about this decision. White basically can hope for such a wall. And then is it really the move which we would play? We don't really have to if we have such a solid wall. We can play a faster move. So this move doesn't look good if we don't see these invisible stones. But they are there, so we don't need to be worried that our shape will get into trouble. Our shape is good. So maybe the faster moves are a better idea. Also, would be nice to play a double hane. We can Atari maybe even now, because there is too much at stake for black, I believe. In the game, it goes like this. So white claims a very big moyo, but black naturally gets also much. And I am not sure about this choice for white. Especially that it's still possible to invade, for sure. Like this and that. What can white do? White cannot kill black. Black decided to play a bit in a bit calmer way, to reduce instead of invading. Maybe a bit too defensive from black. But on the other hand, black also got a beautiful influence. So if it's still possible to do something in the corner, then this was a good idea. But maybe now the corner dies. If black plays here, white plays here. If black plays here, white plays here. If black plays here. Will it die? It might die. Might be that it dies. But no one really knows. Yes. Let's check how the game is. Or you can just have a feeling visually, but it's also easy to count. 56 minus 2, of course. So 64 plus this one, it's already 76. 82, 85, 88, maybe 90, 100. White has 100 plus komi. Black has here 7 capture stones, 6 points of territory, 13, 14. Here 22, 28. Let's count 30 up to here. And will black get 70 points from here? Well, black might even get 100. But let's say that white plays calmly. Let's say that white plays here. It's not super calm. Black might still counterattack. But let's say that black also plays calmly. And it goes like this. White gets some additional 10 points, and does black have 80? So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So like this, it it's not enough for black. White has a little bit more right now. Then maybe this is a good idea. Though black might counterattack, and it's not obvious how to build a group. Black is just too strong everywhere. Also, that count which I offered right now would not be valid if black can still make life in white's corner, or even just get a big endgame like this and then make life, or force white into such a move. So probably the game is good for black. And what went wrong? Well, I guess that now this idea to just enclose this box was agreeing on an unfair split of a birthday cake. White wants too small piece of the birthday cake. Better to play more on the border of the areas, more of a move which also challenges black. Apart from that, maybe the initial sacrifice is good for black, but it's very difficult to judge, not knowing the final result of the fight and how the game went, basically. So yes, in the game, white needed to put a lot of resources into protecting the moyo. That's the problem when we build only one territory on the board. Then white tries to build something in black's area. Black answers quite well, I think. But maybe black doesn't need to go for such an attack. It might be also enough to simply connect if we can live in white's area. But this move also looks completely natural, though the fight is a bit complicated. So in the end, black judges that he cannot play this move because white can create such a call. And this move would not work for black. That's a pity. Disco is better, I think. Because it's not two-stage. I'm not sure. I mean, it's anyway disaster for black. Black can lose everything on this call. Yeah. So this card is very powerful. Maybe black should play this move, because it's basically center for white. It also destroys white's liberty, takes away. White cannot play here. So white needs to play like this, but then we can even destroy the eye. It might be a better chance. Though I'm a bit hesitant to say that white might die here. I think that rather white will manage somehow to find that life. So all in all, a good move. Maybe black could answer from below, but then it's a completely different game. Splitting white doesn't look like a mistake, but then maybe this was a bad choice, and we should just connect. Later, still we can try to attack white, or even if white somehow manages to connect, let's say, black can still get a very decent center. In the game, white manages to make life. Yes, so now black will capture, but first of all there is a call, and even if there is no call, white can play this and that, which happened in the game. So black plays this as a threat, but this is also not the best threat. We can cause a lot more trouble by an attachment. Playing just in the corner is a bit weak, I would say. Like this, we can get a lot of threats. Like this, we can get a chance to make life. Or maybe like this and that. And for example, here it's possible to make life. I think I was saying it too many times already. Or, well, technically it's not possible, but white is left with a lot of trouble. All right, maybe not like this. But, well, at least we can surely get some good endgame. All right, so black goes into the corner, white takes, and then white plays this as a threat. So maybe the only way for black to win the game is to make the cop bigger by playing this move. Then white takes, then black plays another threat. Let's say that white answers. White plays here, retakes. But the problem is that white has really a lot of local threats. Black needs to play here, right? And then even if black has more threats somewhere else, white already has this possibility of connecting back those stones. So the threat of black might be not enough. Right now, white still protects here 35 points, 45, 55, up to 60, and black has, I don't know, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50. Well, in fact, if we can get such a big threat, then it is still fine. But white will probably not answer already this 3. When black plays here, white will play this one. Just let black live. It's fine. It's fine for white. Most probably. So in the game, black connects, but then white is alive. White just spent a move to be sure. But it's better to play here, right? Because still it gives unconditional life, but it's a good move at the same time. Then black tried a call around here, but his threat was not big enough. And at this point, white is already better. So there was one more call. And then black resigned on his move. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 100 komi. 100 plus komi. And black is 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, maybe not even 100. So for sure white wins. Yes, so in the end, white managed to make life in that area of black and won the game. Beautiful. Maybe the deciding mistake was somewhere in this fight. Perhaps black should have played here. Perhaps this would give black better chances of winning. Interesting sacrifice strategy by white, and in the end, it worked well. All right. So I think that this is it about this game. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to group 1, to group A.